take home for me as well as for you should be this two things I have learned. One is that you have to have passion in whatever you do. It doesn't matter what it is. I am sure the people, many of us would look down on the dabbawala. For example, if you were to ask, for example, Mr. Ambani what he thinks, he may not even care to comment. I'm just imagining, because it is not important in his life. But it is absolutely supreme in their life. So it is this passion which is extraordinary, and this is the passion which I find. I go around the world, I've spoken to about over 100,000 people in the last 5 years. In fact, President Clinton had a very interesting seminar, not a seminar, a 2-day sort of initiative which happens every year in New York, and he invites 100 world leaders. So at this talk which happened 5 years ago, I was seated in between Tony Blair and Karzai, that's the kind of people. And we were about 30 of us who were asked to speak, world leaders. And can you imagine, he opened one door of the auditorium and each of us had to pass him to get out. So 1,000 people passed President Clinton to get out of that door. He addressed everybody by first name. No paper, no prompter, and he asked only one question. What can you commit? And you had to give an answer. And it was a question to you. So there was nobody taking notes, there was nobody trying to tell you whether you would do it or you would not do it. And I remember that in that order of getting out, I don't know how it happened, but there was Tony Blair in front of me and the President of the world lying behind me. So he said, Tony, what will you do? And Tony said, he just stepped down as Prime Minister. He said, this is what I wish to do. And then it came to my turn. And he said, you are a very motivational speaker. I was very happy to hear you. He gave me the opening. And I said, why don't I make a commitment? I will speak to 20,000 people every year on the idea of sustainability and spread the message that we have abused the earth, and if we do not live in a sustainable fashion,